When she'll stand, when she'll fall. Fight, 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 kiss.
When Classics originally came out, it was made to celebrate these original characters that mostly started Transformers, but with a more modern twist for the time. Not just in engineering, but in style. To honor the Clash of Legends, Hasbro released the Ultimate Battle 2-pack. A more simple Optimus Prime and Megatron in a deluxe class scale, these saw various releases with the main Classics 2-pack with a bonus DVD included. There were also international individual boxes, a Universe branded pack, and mine which used the Generations 2010 branded box. Optimus Prime is the typical flat-nosed cab, and like G1, the legs form the back and the arms tucked to the side. Everything in the cab feels disconnected, but at least it's got the right nods like the windows, grills, headlights over the hands, you know, truck stuff. The back is fine around the wheels, but besides that, it's a mess. The cab has no proper tab, so everything slips out. It's way too long as the hips shift, and the head is right there. I do like the weapon folding up to become a gunner with rotating base and handles behind it. As for a basic Optimus Prime, I guess it does what it needs to do, but it needs to be way more solid. Robot mode. Gotta admit, I get why people don't like this thing. The loose torso, the smaller proportions, it's like Orion Pax was already built like Optimus. But I actually think it's fine. It gets all the right nods with a few twists, like the white on the knees and how the wheels complete the torso. It feels simple enough. I like the yellow accents and silver additions surrounding the legs. Make sure the smokestacks don't pop off. The head feels too tall, even with the basics, but the light piping and size makes the eyes look strangely gigantic. Did someone say, articulation? Head rotation, ball joint shoulders, rotation below elbow bend, ball joint hips, rotation below knee bend, and foot joint. Posing would be fine if the joints were stiff and the figure stayed together. You can fake an ab crunch, but it unlocks the automorph feature. Let's take a look at the accessory. It's not the ion cannon, but the weapon folds up like a Tommy gun with the clip.
They're mags.
As for gimmicks, push the tab and his torso spins. It's not the best, the gear doesn't always catch, and it's super loose, but if you pull the tab slightly, this will lock in place. Megatron transforms into a tank, because you can't really expect Megatron to be a gun anymore, right? Oh wait, they did that. Oh well, I actually kinda like it with the G2 green on the side, since Megatrons were more colorful in the early 2000s. There's a gray detailed and armored center, copper paint, dark gray treads, and the feet, which are assembled backwards, but with the screwdriver it's an easy fix. As for the turret, it turns with the cannon moving up and down, and there's a spot for a gun. Just be sure the tip doesn't slip off. So far, this is already more solid and fun compared to the counterpart in the set. Robot mode. As a Megatron, I guess it's a good counter to Optimus, but it's better off used as some other characters. Still, I like how they kept some of the G2 nods, like the chest that's formed from the front of the tank. The paint on the knees and torso makes sure nothing is left boring. Baby got back and one of the hands is missing, but if you take this off and, well, he still doesn't have a hand. By the way, I kept the misassembled feet because I prefer this look. One thing I love is the head sculpt, the mean face and stone gray helmet. He's the juggernaut. Did someone say articulation? Head rotation, shoulders out and in, forward and back rotation below, this elbow, waist rotation, ball joint hips, rotation below knee bend, heels, and toes. Posability is mostly fine aside from the one arm, everything seems pretty solid, and the waist joint is a surprise. Let's take a look at the accessory. He just has a gun that opens from the back. As for the gimmick to match Optimus, push the red tab for a whipping action. Not your thing? Fair enough, just fold it up and keep the classic arm cannon. I'm not gonna lie, this pack is outdated. Hell, with the Voyagers, it was outdated from the start, but as a fun value pack, I get what they're going for. Two icons duking it out with gimmicks. They're not the best, but I'm sure someone will take a liking to these now retro figures. They really made two titans of war just smack one another.